meow. Today I'm a cat. In my last video, I mentioned that I'm always losing my bookmarks. I was planning on making some bookmarks because I know some really easy ways to make bookmarks. And I was like, you know what? I should make a video about this, add a couple more bookmark things that I haven't made before, and it'll be a lovely video. I'm going to show you how to make 5 DIY bookmarks. Some of them are a little more complicated, but for the most part, they're very easy, and you should be able to make them from things that are very easily accessible. You could buy like Walmart or something, or that you already have. So easy peasy, make yourself some bookmarks. Don't buy them, because if you're like me, you're going to lose them anyway, and it'll be a waste of money. Sorry for that kind of awkward transition, but the first bookmarks we're going to make are these cute cat ear bookmarks. You're going to need scissors, some wire, I got mine from Walmart, some pliers, you can also use jewelry pliers, and a ruler. We're going to measure out 9 inches of wire, and first we are going to bend a hook to the end of the wire and then kind of start a spiral with it in like a circular motion. Hopefully that makes sense with the visual. This is my first DIY tutorial, so maybe a little rocky, but hopefully it makes enough sense. Then with the wire left over, we are going to bend that straight up. And then we are going to bend it down. I was having some difficulty demonstrating this on camera, so I kind of made a template for myself, but hopefully it still translates, you know? So we're going to bend it down, and then to the side, and then up, and then down again. And then you get this cat-like shape. Yeah, very cute. So then we're going to bend it a 5th time inward so that it doesn't scratch up your beautiful book pages. Now I like to take the rings and separate them a bit so that they slide very nicely into my pages. And there you go. Very cute. The next one is an origami heart corner bookmark. You're going to need scissors. You can use glue even though it is origami, but you can use glue to make sure it's secure. Also some scrapbooking paper or colored paper or printer paper and a ruler. We are going to measure out a 4 by 2 inch rectangle. In the video I measure and cut out a 4 by 4 inch square. That's my fault. But I didn't really feel like like refilming, so yeah, 4 by 2 inch rectangle like you see right here, and then we're going to fold it shortways, I believe is the right term, and make sure that that fold is very flat so that it stays together as we finish the origami. Then we're going to fold it long ways, keeping it very flat, folding. Yes. Then we are going to open it back up and fold one side upward into that other crease we made. Hopefully that makes sense. And then just fold and get it flat. I was using some pretty thick or like paper, so yeah. And I did it on the other side, and now we are going to fold 2 triangles to either side of the rectangles. Once again, hopefully the visual helps make it make sense, and then fold the top of the triangle we made down. Then we'll just do that to the other side, and you'll have 2 like half circle things, and it'll look like a heart. Isn't that really cool? And then I wanted to make sure that mine was extra secure, so I added some glue and just kind of repeat the steps and fold. And there we go. I really like this. I think it's so pretty, and I can't wait to use it in my books. This one is another corner bookmark. I think these are really cool and modern looking. So for this, you're going to need scissors and glue once again. Add some scrapbooking paper or colored paper or printer paper. You know the gist. A ruler. Yeah, so we're going to start. I'm going to demonstrate what the template for the bookmark should look like. You're going to draw a 2 by 2 inch square, and I was freehanding mine, but you can use a ruler. And then another 2 by 2 inch square next to it, and then draw a diagonal through the square so that you get a triangle. Now we're going to draw another square on top of the triangle we just made and then do another diagonal so we get a nice triangle there. Or you can just freehand draw a triangle like I did, but then we're going to slice that triangle in half so that we get a little flap. So I feel like it actually translated better on the black paper, so hopefully you get the idea. And then you just cut it out and fold on the lines. And then we're just going to add some glue to that flap that I was trying to describe before, and just make sure it is nice and secure by pressing it to the paper. And just make sure you hold it for a little bit because it would be annoying to try to fix this. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to fix, but I'd rather not. So you're going to end up with this kind of envelope looking thing. I mean, I guess it doesn't really look like an envelope, but to me it does. So you can leave it plain, or you can add a pattern, which is what I did. I took a metallic Sharpie marker and added some silver polka dots. Maybe it's just me, but like I really like seeing people draw in fast motion. It's so like fluent and beautiful. So this is what your bookmarks can look like. I also did a tribal printed one. So here we have some lovely feather bookmarks. To make these, you're going to need basically the same thing: scissors, glue, papers of different kinds. You can also use a ruler and Sharpie markers, even though that is optional. And we're going to start by flipping the paper to the opposite side in which you plan on using to draw a feather on. Now I freehand drew my feather because I don't like following rules, I guess. But you can find a picture of a feather you fancy online, print it out, cut it out, and kind of use it as a template or a stencil to draw your feather. Also, I did not show myself cutting out the feather on camera because it was just kind of awkward to do, but I'm pretty sure you can fill in the blanks. Once it was cut out, I flipped it around so that I could trace a mirror image of it onto the paper, and then using that mirror image, drew some little details into it, some like indentations to make it look more like a real feather. So once I cut that out, I cut out the little notches in the feather. Can you know feathers do that? They don't. It's not perfectly synchronized, I guess. I don't know what the word is, but yeah. This really helps make the feather look more real. It looks kind of weird at first with all the little lines in it, but once you have it cut out and you flip it around, ta-da! It looks so cool. I really like this. Now I'm going to add some glue to the back of the feather so that we can take both sides and match them up so so that the color of the feather is on both sides. And then we're just going to cut off any like excess paper that doesn't make it line up as perfectly as it could, and then also cut out the little notches in it, and now it looks like a feather. So I also like to add the detail of folding where the spine of the feather would be so that it looks more like a real feather, even though it'll probably flatten out in your book anyway. It looks really cool. Does it not? It does. This is another one I did using a metallic Sharpie marker to add some accents. I really like these. I would even just use them as decor if you want. The last bookmark I'm going to be showing you guys how to make is this braided bookmark with a tassel on it, so it's very fancy. You're going to need scissors once again, and glue. I recommend using hot glue for this one, a ruler, embroidery floss, and paper, scrapbooking paper, printer paper, colored paper, whatever. You're going to start by cutting out three strips of paper and have them each about 1/2 inch thick. I don't know how long mine were, so I apologize about that. But just make them your preferred length. Then add a dab of glue near the top of one of your strips. Add a second strip to that dab of glue. Add another dab of glue underneath that strip, and then add another strip onto it. So it kind of looks like an F. Then add some glue to the second strip and fold over the first onto it. Sounds complicated, but if you're looking at the video, it's very simple. Take the second strip, fold it over the third strip, take the first strip, fold it over the second strip. It's literally just braiding, so it's not that complicated. Just kind of sounds complicated if I try to describe it. And you're just going to keep doing that until you reach the end. Now we're going to cut it so that there's a flat top to it. Now we're going to make the tassel. Just take 2 fingers and wrap the embroidery floss in your preferred color around your fingers until it is your preferred thickness. And then cut off the excess. Take another piece of embroidery floss, pull it through the loop that we made. Make sure that it's long enough so that it can kind of dangle down as a tassel. And then I tied mine 3 times. Make sure I cut enough length off of it. And then I cut the loop itself. Once again, we're going to get some more embroidery floss after we trim it and wrap it around the tassel, and it'll really make it look like a tassel. So just wrap it around a couple 100 times and then tie it twice. Yes, ta-da! Then we're going to trim it a little. So now I'm going to unbraid my braid a bit and add a strip of glue to the side, and onto that glue we're going to place the tassel. Also, once you have this placed, you're going to want to cut off the excess, I know I'm saying excess a lot, but I don't know what else to call it, of the embroidery floss so that it's not showing through the bookmark. Then we're just going to add some glue as we braid the bookmark back together. And this will make sure it is extra secure. There we go, there it is. It looks pretty fancy, does it not? This is another one I made. I think they're pretty cool. It's a fine, fine life. It's a fine, fine life. Every day I find it's a fine, fine life. That's how to make some bookmarks. Aren't they nice? I think so. Like this video if you want me to make more DIY bookmark videos, because I do have some more ideas for bookmarks that should be made into a video at some point in the future. This DIY video kind of took a lot of time and I procrastinated a lot, so I probably won't be doing it anytime too soon, but like it anyway. Subscribe if you want to see more book, geek, nerdy stuff, and thanks for watching. Have a phenomenal day.